Tails.
All right. Our match is beginning. Hold up, let me get out of this. Okay. Our match is beginning. Hi, I'm Parker, also known as Ace Vantage. Currently, the teams are getting ready to start their match. They're flipping the coin to see who goes first. We have quite the unique opportunity because both of the teams playing today are from ATCC Esports. It's unique in both the fact that we have two Overwatch teams. It's kind of unusual to have two full competitive teams, as well as they've both done so good that they've both made it all the way to semifinals of the tournament, which is really cool. Unfortunately, only one of them can move on, but that's what today will determine. So I'm really excited to see the matches, and I know they're thrilled to do it as well. So I believe they're getting underway shortly. We will hop into some of the one of the voice channels and tune in very briefly to see how they're doing.
Break everything. Revert.
That causes everything to ghost.
That's not ghosting, I don't think. This is broken because...
Find the code.
Looks like they're having some struggles.
Yeah, but I don't think
You gotta
we
wait
have
for
time
their
to do
map
that.
picked.
Okay.
Mode.
They're picking maps. I'll go to the other side.
Here. Hi.
I
So
don't.
we also need to be ready for there to be a Symmetra.
Yeah,
Oh, they're planning. Okay, so
Okay.
this is
Okay, yeah, it's gonna
team
be
2.
Sim. I'm probably gonna go Arissa.
Okay, so this is team 2 that's
Unit
planning
Iron
stuff
Man
right now.
lead.
Xander might pop out Eva.
I know. Cause if they're gonna go Symmetra on the point, he
They're having
probably
a
will
whole
go
lot of fun.
Eva. Actually, he might just because of that fact.
He might go.
Man, the other team was not strategizing at all.
Might also go.
Okay, this will be quite interesting. We're hopping back over.
One of the chocolates.
It's not. I wish it was.
Keeps leaving and joining.
Oh,
Parker.
Brennan's dying.
No, the portal's window is not set to the right refresh rate.
All right, and they're having technical difficulties. We'll hang out right in
Takes too
here
long to tab in and out.
until the match starts, and once it does,
Toxin calm.
then we are.
I'm sure I don't
I
need
have to take off
but-
my-
Oh, there we go.
I
There
wouldn't
now they're
either,
talking
don't.
strategy.
Yeah, we don't.
Or-
need to.
or not?
We know what I'm doing.
Here, Xander, I'll whisper you. Hold
We
on.
know it's you.
Oh, they're having
We
fun.
know what we're doing. Well, we know what we're doing with that. Support lineup I intend to keep for Eric. Well,
Who else
Eric
do we
definite
typically
support
play?
until- Eric definite support until Flashpoint.
Now they're
See how Flashpoint
strategizing.
2, even
Now
then,
they're doing it.
we'll see how that goes.
There's our comp.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The first two is obvious enough.
Mm.
Well, the first three is obvious enough.
February? That sounds right. Yeah, they're due for another one. but they don't
Logan.
care to do it now.
Are they ready soon?
Support first map? Yes.
I believe so.
Because I
Yes.
remember, yeah, you guys had notes from Parker that you guys were working on
All right.
with the last map.
You good,
Yeah,
Brennan?
we're
Not
working
good.
on
Get back
something
in.
special.
Well, it's been working really, really well.
Yep.
Like you guys have been doing great on
Ashton,
this
can you
sort of
invite me
stuff.
back?
The communication has been on point. The alts have been on point.
Okay, can we get
Yep.
Xander Brennan's back?
Yep.
Swap. Brennan.
Okay, so they're figuring out some
Jaden.
technical difficulties as well
Hey,
as
Jaden, do you want to play
I'm believing.
Flashpoint again?
That you're in love
had some
with
technical
me.
difficulties.
Yeah, I'm hooked on a
Here,
feeling.
hold on, I gotta adjust the
Press the
volume.
mute
Make
button.
sure
We
you
get a
have
Sonata as
spectator
well.
and then-
Thank you. It's
Move
okay.
you.
All right,
And then
is that it?
or not Brennan. Jaden should be
Yep.
moved.
How are we all feeling
I'm ready.
mentally?
They sound like they're ready.
I'm super ready, man.
I'm pretty okay.
Okay, so we're gonna disconnect,
Me-
and we are gonna. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this one. And I know you guys will be looking back at this after. This is fun. I like doing this. I'm glad to be able to set up and do this for you guys. It's quite a bit of fun. It's a lot of fun to hear you guys talk as well. Both sides have good comms. Team 2, Overwatch, the Team 2 has... They're all really new, but they actually talk a lot of strategy, which is really fun to hear. And then you guys from Team 1 are so comfortable with each other just because you're year 2 students that there's just a whole bunch of chit chat. And it's really fun to hear both sides. Looks like they're starting shortly. Come on. It'll be Lijiang first. Likely running things like Symmetra. There will likely be a Symmetra on both sides. Very likely something like Lucio. And if you're running Symmetra Lucio, you're probably doing something like either a weird like dive comp, or more likely than not something more along the lines of Brawl. So that would be like Lucio, Lucio Baptiste, Lucio Moira. If they're doing a more dive style, they might go Lucio Kiriko, and then I think they'll likely run some kind of hit scan to go along with that Symmetra to complement that. Or Pharah. Pharah is not too uncommon on maps like this as well. As far as tanks go, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Reinhardt today, because I know both tanks play Reinhardt, and I think they've been wanting to duke it out. Alright. On the spectating side, looks like we need to go... Oh, let's see here. Can I spectate a player in particular? Oh, how do I? Oh, we're having some issues on this side. My apologies. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start out over on Team 1. Looking through the Symmetra.
Find your strength. I'm thinking on how best to utilize it.
Okay. That gives us Moira, that gives us Junkrat. Boom, boom, bam. We have, this is Team 2. This is Team 2 Symmetra. They're headed that way, they're headed for that door. This is, okay. Team 2 is already ahead. They are ready to go in that window. They make it up in. Both teams enter. Orisa and Orisa. Team 1. Team 1 cleaning up that first fight with a win. Moira and the Symmetra from Team 1 went down, and all of Team 2 went down. Now it's quite interesting because we do have Orisa on Orisa. We've got Orisa on Orisa. We had Symmetra on Symmetra to start that fight out. As we're getting into this, what do we see here? We see Alari and Moira. Plenty of healing and damage from Team 1 on their supports. They're playing a very pokey game with that Junkrat as well. Orisa falling low on Team 1. Team 2 pushing in really hard. Oh, can they secure any picks here? FC finds a kill on Froggenapon. Phantom finds one to enter. That's the tank down from Team 2. Butter just needs a little healing. No, they both go down. Dang. Man. Oh, shoot. Team 1 manages to find a couple of picks off the side. Over Team 2 was unable to clean up what they had gotten. They got a pick on the tank, which is a really big deal. They got a pick on the tank and on one of the supports, but they were not able to stabilize before they tried going in. They're going to make another push here, so I'm really curious to see how they're going to manage this one. Orisa going in with the ult. Doesn't find anything. Stays alive, goes down. Phantom going in. There's turrets and tires all over. Toaster looking for any kind of pick. Finds a pick on the Junkrat. Dueling the Alari. Doesn't find it. That is all of Team 2 down. Testify coming back in. Yep. Butterball gets the touch, but can't stay alive. All right. Team 1 finds game 1 or round 1 as a win for them. They played really tight. They did a really good job of just being stable, even when they lost. Even when they lost 1 or 2 of their players, they were very careful and found a couple elims on the other team. So they had a good bit of back and forth. Team 1 has does really well in the mental. They don't are really stable. A lot of them have more hours into the game, and so they're a little more consistent with maybe setbacks or things like that. It does look like Team 1 is using Symmetra yet again to start out this match. Team 2 deciding to just go into a more brawl kind of comp here with Ramatra and Bastion. Mixeljack pushing straight onto point and actually dying for it. He pushed up too far and died for it. Toaster falls to Mei. Can they catch Mei? No, Mei finds her way out. Team 2 taking first point with ease, only losing one of their players in the process. They do a really good job converging as a team onto the point. Whereas you see Team 1, Mixeljack pushes a little too far out and kind of gets collapsed upon. Mixeljack getting really high charge, pounding some damage into this Ramatra. He doesn't have any heals right now, but he finds some really good damage, and they clean up Team 2. Nice job. They retook that point, 25% for Team 2. Team 1 ticking away at that capture point now. Mixeljack getting some really nice charge just off the Echo Stickies. They're hoping to hold them near this door. Gets really good charge off those stickies. He's looking to just get some really strong damage in here. A full charge Zarya does a lot of damage. That's a scary amount. Doing a good job of using his bubbles. Pushing. Oh! Can he find the kill in the Echo? No, he takes a whole lot of damage and is forced out of there. His supports have him though. You see Butter push in, pushing too far though. That is a full charge Zarya. Defensive ult from Beagle. Butter goes down. Oh, who do we find alive here? Testify is still alive. Testify, Beagle, and FC are all alive. They scare off the rest of Team 2. Nice. They lost a couple in the process, but they managed to hold it. That may all preventing Team 2 from pushing in. Lemon is working their way up to a Transcendence, which is gonna be really important if they can get it before Zarya has Graviton. There are some big ults flying around. Lemon almost has ult. Will they use it? Can they build it and can they use it? It is just Butter or Ball and Lemon, and they both go down. Testify finding the high ground again. The DPS are doing a really nice job of staying off to the sides and getting some good picks. You see that Mixeljack ends up being a little too far out and dying, but the rest of his team does do a really good job of capitalizing on the damage he does before he goes down. Mixeljack pushes out pretty far, but he gets a lot of damage in, and the DPS and their supports actually come in after that. Even though he falls, they come in afterward and clean up. Testify, play of the game. He was on 1 HP. Finds a couple of really nice shots. Takes out the Echo ult. That was a really good play. We never saw that, but that's alright. Good job for Team 1 on match 1, game 1. Coming out with a 2-0 win. You can see that although there is... you can see that they do have more experience, and so you see them play a little more comfortably in their own roles, although I believe that Overwatch Team 2 has been playing almost entirely together since the start of the season, and you can see that they play much tighter. They play a lot closer, and you can kind of see some of those things, those decisions that they make, happen a little more cohesively as a team. Although the Team 1 has a little more practice and a little more experience, and so they maybe function better on their own when they're a little bit more separate, or when something, when one of their team members falls, the rest of them kind of pick up that slack because they're maybe more used to that just after playing so many for many more hours than Team 2 has. But we are deciding next on the map. We'll see what we do next. It was a really good control point. Control point's always a really stable game mode to play in. It gives good opportunities to both teams, considering maps are symmetrical. It's a capture point, meaning you're going to get multiple chances to go at it, and you get to go through your selection of potentially 3 different maps, all with that one game. Control points providing just a really nice, fresh variety and stable game mode. Next seems to be Paraisu, which will be a hybrid, so capture and then push. Oh, have they changed their minds? It seems that they've changed their minds to King's Row. Hollywood, they're looking. They are looking. Blizzard, it is going to be a hybrid map next, which means capture, then push. Not personally my favorite, but it does provide a really good alternative to capture points. Capture points, although nice and stable, don't give much variety in the map, just because the map stays the same throughout the game. Keeps things more stable, but you get to see more unique strategies with things like hybrid, where you maybe have one team composition in order to get the first capture point or to defend the first capture point, but after you get into that push, after you can capture it and then you start pushing the cart or escorting the payload, then you maybe see compositions change up as the game plan changes up. Now I believe they are still deciding on which map they are planning to do. Oh, let's see here. Yeah. Not much going on yet. It seems that they maybe had a disconnect or something of that nature. Yeah, looks like we are missing Ball. Ball had some kind of issue. Okay, he'll be back in shortly though. As far as the teams go, from Team 1, they did come out with that win. Mixeljack, you saw, was really doing a good job of getting in for damage and absorbing a lot of damage and absorbing a lot of pressure for his team, which as a tank is a really important thing to do. Being able to take pressure for your team means that your team gets to take their shots freely and has a much better time just going throughout a match and a little bit more comfortability playing through a round. And honestly, in the current state that Overwatch is in, even if as a tank you maybe die a little halfway through the fight or a little early in the fight, it actually can make a big difference just being able to take that initial pressure, because really the fight is won at the end of the fight, and it isn't won at the start. So at the start of the fight, if he does go down, if the enemy uses, Team 2 uses a whole lot of their abilities or bursts or opportunity to just take out the tank, then that does leave room for the rest of the team, both the supports and both DPS, to take advantage of that opportunity, of that space that Mixeljack made, or that damage, or whatever it is. Just taking that pressure off of the rest of the team gives them good opportunity to make their own plays. The DPS, Ender Gaming and Testify, or I believe it was Beagle. Testify and Desert Beagle doing a really good job, just with their ultimates being really aware of when to use them. You saw the Mei ult on the defense entirely prevented the team 2 from pushing in on like their last fight. It didn't let them in. It was a good zoning ultimate. It didn't necessarily catch anyone flat out, but it prevented them from moving in. And when you're on the last fight, that's really important. And then you saw Testify using his overclock just in a really safe position, being able to take full advantage of that extra charge and just take a couple of shots, get a couple of kills, and really put some pressure on. And then you saw from Ender and FC both doing a good job outputting damage as well. So they output damage alongside their DPS and alongside their tank. You know, maybe they miss a couple of heals here and there, but you see that it does work for them in the end. As far as Team 2 goes, you see Ball just, let's see, I don't remember who was where. You see Lemon Father and, who was it on support? I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but I'd like to watch a little more of Team 2 as we go into the second match and do some more observing of how they play. We got a good look at Team 1 over on our first match, but Team 2 will have a really nice opportunity to show us their mettle on match 2. I believe we are starting shortly, and it will be on Eichenwald. Eichenwald's a really fun map, one of my favorites. There's a decent bit of verticality, a couple of longer sightlines and a couple of short sightlines. It has a really nice variety of choke points. That first push under the bridge can be a really difficult choke point for a lot of teams, and I'll be curious to see how whatever team is attacking, I'll be curious to see how they decide to push through that, because that can be quite the struggle for a lot of teams. If you can get to that point though and get that captured, you have a lot easier time getting out through the next half of the map, and then maybe toward the end of that second point you get some issues. So Eichenwald, this first bridge can be quite a problem for a lot of teams. A very common thing to do is come up this main sight line, maybe poke a little, but one of the strongest things you can do is you can either come up through the main or you can come around the side, but get over to this right side, because you see that there's a lot more space over here. Gives you a lot more cover and just gives you more time to prepare and get close in order to push through this. You know, once they do, they can choose to push into the side room. They can push straight down here if they feel they can brute force it. Otherwise, they can, you know, kind of take the side just to give them options and a little bit of poke to be able to kind of look toward point. So, Team 1 playing Sigma, Ilari, Ash, Junkrat, and Kiriko on the defense. They're going to have a really solid amount of poke, both from basically the entire team. Junkrat will spam, and basically the entire rest of their cast will be able to poke really strongly. Ilari, Ash, and Kiriko doing a lot of damage on headshots, actually. Headshots being very important, so you're going to see them spamming at head level quite a bit. Team 2, Butter on tank with Orisa, Phantom on Echo, Ball on Ash, Lemon on Mercy, and Frog in a Pond on Moira. You see the Junkrat trap on the floor. Will Butter see it? No, he gets trapped. He does Fortify. Fortify gets him out of there. His supports are healing him as much as they can. They are struggling. Team 2 is struggling to get through this choke point. It can be, like I said, it can be quite troublesome for a lot of teams. The main reason being that, you know, there's a lot of damage just coming in through that choke point, and you have to either stay behind it and stay undercover, or you need to push through. You can't stand in that choke point for too long, or you will not survive. You see Butter chose to switch to Zarya, and he pushes through this time, walking all the way through, and you see how much more space that makes. You see that he has a lot more ease in getting through there, and you get a lot more damage off. Phantom goes down to Testify. Mercy looking for a res. Trying to decide between keeping the Zarya alive. Oh, gets shot out by Testify yet again. Testify doing a really good job here of finding some picks. Oh, is he gonna win the duel or lose the duel? A little bit lost, gets a headshot. Will he find it? Finds another headshot. Testify doing a really good job here. Bob comes out, takes out 2, takes out 3. Looks to the echo, can't find it. Testify taking out a solid 3 or 4 of team 2. Just stopping that push in their tracks. Will he find it? He gets cleansed. Kiriko there to help him. Looking for those shots. He needs to hit it. There he hits it. He's hoping to stop that Mercy res. There's a lot of pressure on him now, though. That's an Alari ult. Team 2 is pushing in really good here. Oh. Ball has his ult. He uses it. Throws Bob at the backside of point. Walks back with Bob. Finds a good dynamite on Testify. Testify goes down. That's a really big deal. Testify has been causing them a lot of issues. Ball making a play now. Finds another headshot. Looking for the Alari. Finds one. Oh, so close. Doesn't find the kill in the Alari. Ball making a play now. The Ashe on both sides, both on Team 1 and Team 2, have been making absolute plays. Testify just stopping their push once or twice, and now Ball actually being the reason why they make it through and capture that point. Let's watch from Mixeljack's point of view here as they get pushed through this gate. Mixeljack pushed up pretty far as per usual, taking a good bit of damage for his team. He walks up too far though. It's caused him issue a couple of times now. He needs to just chill out, take a step back, and let his team catch up with him. He'll live longer and then be able to take more pressure because of that. Testify doing the wise thing and not shooting the Zarya bubble. Stood out just a little too far. Their team 1 is having trouble regrouping here. Oh, Beagle. Beagle looking for a potential tire. Playing it safe, giving a little poke. He is waiting for his opportunity here. Zarya throwing a Graviton in. Finds a couple. Looking for FC. Can he find it? No, he goes down. Team 1 doing a really good job cleaning up and stopping those ultimates. They know where Ball Toaster is. Eric finds him. FC finds him. They clean up that fight really good. Ender Gaming switching over to Ana. They now have Ana, Kiriko, Ashe, Junkrat, and Ramatra. Ender Gaming doing some parkour to get up there. I didn't even know you could do that. They now have double hit scan to take out the Pharah and the Mercy. That's a big deal. Ball Toaster finding a pick. Testify wins the duel.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see that both of the Ashe players are doing a really good job getting picks. Just they're finding their headshots, they're finding their damage. Both have Bob available. There's some multiple ults coming up from both sides. Team 1 looking at Bob, Nano, and Ramatra Annihilation, which is going to be a really big deal. Team 2 deciding to go through the underground. That's ults from Team 2. Butter finds both supports from Team 1 are down. Team 2 finding really good picks. They burn a couple of ultimates, Bob and Coalescence, and they clean up. They clean up quite nicely. That was a really strong push. Yeah, like I said from earlier, you see that Team 2 actually does a really good job playing together. It's clear that they've been playing together, even just since the start of the season. You see them execute things significantly more as a team, even if it sometimes ends up being not quite as smooth. Team 1, not able to stop this push. So while in overtime, Team 2 finds a capture on point 2. They have a couple of ults ready. They've been making pretty good time here. They're hoping to get it down to that last capture point. Mixeljack choosing to switch to Reinhardt. Finds a pin. Can't make anything of it. His team just isn't close enough to be able to help him out. That is a Bob coming out from Testify. Team 1 and Team 2 both have a couple of players. Looks like Team 1 is going to be in the majority here, cleaning up the majority of Team 2. Okay. Mei and Zen cleaning up the last couple. Mixeljack coming back on Reinhardt. Let's see how they play this out. Orisa does have that ultimate. Is likely going to just run in and pop it. You see Phantom also has Dragon Blade. There's the Orisa. Coalescence. That's all 3 ults. Mixeljack finds a huge pick over on the Moira. Team 2 finding all the picks they need. They needed a whole bunch of ultimates in order to get there, but they did find it in the end. Oh, it has been paused. There seems to be a disconnect for one reason or another. Let's maybe hop into the group chat and see what's going on.
It's all good. Eric died.
We've had an unfortunate death for one of our players. Unfortunately, the game must go on.
The motion blur? That's me shooting a projectile.
Yeah.
Looks like he's back.
I think this is good though
Is this gonna?
because I
Is it gonna
have
drop my ult?
I'll burn them all.
I had ult.
That's unfortunate.
I'll burn them all.
Yep. That's about it. That's all we can do about it. I don't think you can grant me ult.
They will all burn.
Mhm.
They will
Fine.
all
Yep.
burn.
All right. Looks like they are back and ready to go. FC did lose his ultimate as Kiriko, which is really unfortunate. It could have made a big deal. That there is a Reinhardt shatter available. Butterball did a huge job of pushing him back. They were not able to capitalize on the shatter. They find the pick. No, but they leave cart. Oh, what a C9. That's really unfortunate. Butter did an amazing job of stopping the Reinhardt shatter, and they cleaned up both the Reinhardt and the Zen, but they left point to do it. How unfortunate. That would have almost certainly been a complete, they would have almost certainly pushed that the rest of the way. How unfortunate. It did make it nearly there, and Team 1 is going to have a long way to go. So just no matter what happens, they will have quite a bit to push through. Oh man, it is unfortunate that they were not able to get that last bit. Alright, let's see how Team 1 decides to push through this point. So far, it looks like Kiriko, Baptiste, Zarya, Reaper, and Sombra. Not a bad choice. They're looking to play a little more brawly. Yeah, it looks like Brawl. Brawl with the addition of Sombra. Sombra's not traditionally a Brawl character, but if you combine EMP with something like Death Blossom or even Graviton Surge, you could do some pretty good ultimate combos. They walk up and cannot see any of the team. Xander popping a bubble. Getting a little bit of charge. Popping a second one. That is a Bastion right in his face. He can't look at that without dying. Ender finds a pick on Lemon. That's one down on both sides. Mixeljack finding some good damage, but getting separated from his team again. Desert Beagle finding multiple picks. 3? He finds 3. And Mixeljack finds a 4th. Well, look at that. Desert Beagle actually finding some really nice picks and actually carrying that team fight. It did not look like Team 1 was going to be able to do it. It looked like they were going to collapse, but Desert Beagle managed to find a couple of picks on the side and won them the team fight. You saw that early on in that fight, Ender Gaming had gotten a pick on Lemon. Ender looking for a pick. Looking for Genji. Finds a pick on Phantom. Will he escape? He escapes with his life. Alright, let's see how they push up into this now. Mixeljack getting some good charge. Desert Beagle finding more picks. He is going on an absolute spree. Choosing to play it safe. Good idea. Dies to the Bastion. Bastion chased him. Alright, is Mixeljack and FC alive on point? Along with Sombra. Team 2 has decided to switch to Mauga. Interesting choice. They're going to have to hold this point here. Mauga going in. That's a big graviton. Testify finding a couple of picks. That graviton and that Death Blossom pumping out a bunch of damage. Team 1 does pick up that capture. They are looking at having a lot more time going into this third point. They have a couple of ultimates, both support ultimates ready. Possibly looking at a... Oh, that's a Coalescence. That's a lot of stuff coming in. Beat comes out from Team 1. They stabilize. Team 1 stabilizes. They're looking for picks. They've managed to stay alive. How much longer can it last? There comes out an EMP from Team 1. Xander almost dying. He lives. Kiriko pops ult. They're going in. Desert Beagle falls. That's not good. They are forced back. Team 2 doing a really good job of holding off these ultimates. They're doing a fantastic job of holding this. They need just a little more. Xander goes down. They find the picks. They go in and they clean up that fight. Beautiful job from Team 2, making a defense against multiple ultimates without a use of their own. Butterball on Mauga now has Cage Fight ready. This will be quite the deciding, can be quite a deciding ultimate as long as he can get a little bit of support while he's in it. 3 minutes left on the clock for Team 1. Mixeljack deciding to go back to the Reinhardt. They are hanging out, trying to build a little bit of ultimates. Walking up, playing it slow and steady. Testify does have beat ready in order to hopefully save his Reinhardt if he needs. No picks from the Bastion ultimate, but both Ender Gaming and Mixeljack have gone down. Testify tries to escape with his life. Has to just leave Desert Beagle. Beagle does not have his fade, and he's not unable to get out. Testify does escape with his life and beat. They have 2 minutes 50 left on the clock. They built both Blossom, Death Blossom, Beat Drop, and are working on a couple other ultimates. They're going to need to make a play soon. Cage Fight and Nano are still both available from Team 2. Phantom finding a kill. Gets pinned. Lives. Desert Beagle finds a pick. Gets in the cage fight willingly. Dies for it. Testify hanging out on point. That's Mauga going in. Butter did a really nice job caging a couple of them and picking up the cleanup. Alright, that's 2 ultimates from Team 2, both Cage Fight and Overcharge. Something like that. Team 1 only used Beat in that fight. They now have Bastion ult, Kiriko ult, Reaper ult. There goes Bastion ultimate. That Shatter's ready. Mixeljack had slept. He has Shatter. That's a big Shatter. Big Shatter comes down, finds a couple of kills. Big Blossom. Testify. Picking up a couple. Beautiful job. Big Shatter hitting 3 or 4 of the team. Death Blossom coming in afterward to hit that cleanup. And then Testify just speeding the team in. Getting those picks. Butterball with the play of the game. I believe this was the cage fight, right? No, not the cage fight. Couple of picks just machine gunning down the team. Cool. Nice and simple play of the game. Well, there you go. Team 1 managing to take game 2 as well. Really nice job. It was actually really not looking good for them after being stunted a couple of times at that 3rd point. They did finally manage to build up a couple of ultimates and combo them together in order to get that last few meters that they needed. Team 2 did a wonderful job actually just playing really stable. Even when Team 1 was using a couple of ultimates and pushing in really hard, Team 2 actually did a really nice job just stabilizing and being grouped together, being really stable together and supporting each other in stopping that push. And you see it work. You saw it work a couple of times in a row. Their downfall actually being the fact that they were a little too grouped. As a tank player, Mauga or Butterball maybe should have been tracking, taking a guess that they might have Earthshatter soon and recommending to his team to kind of stay split up or to stay in different areas in order to try and survive that. Now, on to game 3. Will be Flashpoint. New Junk City seems to be the map. I think for this one, we will hop into some voice comms and kind of just listen to the teams as they play and do a little bit less commentating.
Okay.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
So no Ashton.
All right, they are swapping. Team 1 is swapping out Testify for Mr. T. So that'll be the Lucio Baptiste player, and they're switching in Mr. T, who plays Lifeweaver and Moira and Lari, it looks like.
Alright. I'm ready when you guys are.
I'm ready.
It looks like we may have a Reinhardt duel on our hands.
Oh, I'm so nervous, like legitimately.
It sounds
this
like
is
it.
just for fun. Me and Butterbear 1v1 first point. No, okay, legitimately, Team 1, go people who you think will be able to counter them.
We're having
'Cause
even more
either
time to
I
do this.
die or Xander dies, we're gonna push through what's left of them, okay?
Let's say we switch up all the roles. Me and Nolan go support.
And then I was gonna
Colin
say
goes tank.
resolve. Then I
Who the crap is Baby Khan?
Huh?
Following.
Who?
Why? How do they know my name?
Watch the Rhine 1v1 all together.
Question.
All
I don't
right,
like that.
all right, let's go.
Who are you talking about?
Who is BBY Khan on Twitch?
BBY Con?
They said Colin gonna carry. I have never heard of that username before in my life.
Probably Brandon.
Wait, first point at cap.
They've been following the esports accounts one. So they've been in the
First point.
and that was the first message they've sent.
Ban him. Ban him. Ban him.
All right, so it does look like they're going to be having a Reinhardt duel between Mixeljack and Butterball. This will be really fun to see. I know they both play some Reinhardt, and I don't know if they've had many opportunities to test their metal against each other, but this should be a pretty fun one. All right. So it looks like it'll be a Reinhardt duel. Everybody's going to watch. And once one of the tanks go down, the rest of the team gets to join in. Like I said, this is a unique opportunity that is only available really because the fact that there are two Overwatch teams being able to compete in the tournament, and the fact that they've both made it all the way to semifinals. So, it looks like it'll be a Reinhardt duel. Both teams will come in. The Reinhardts will be able to go to the arena, and everybody else will stand around and get to watch. All right. Few more seconds left on the clock before we can start observing. Maybe I should commentate from right here. This looks like... There we go. There's my microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and squirrels, robots and other non-robots, welcome to the New Junk City Arena. We have our two contestants coming up, Butterball and Mixeljack. Both are going to be on Reinhardt, having a fight to the death while their teammates watch them brutally battle each other to the death. As you can see and hear, our contestants are arriving shortly. Mixeljack has made it. Reinhardt number 1, Reinhardt number 2, both have made it to their arena. Teams are preparing, they're ready to fight. It seems FC will be the countdown. What will it be? Let's get into... Oh, let's see here. Let us spectate. And they go! And they're off! Butter throwing both fire strikes. Mixeljack finding one. Butter finds the first swing. Counter charge, they've both been stunned down on the ground there, swinging away at each other. Butter falling low, Mixeljack winning the fight. Their teams both engaged now. They are ready to go. Mixeljack finding one of Team 2 as a victim as well. Team 1 able to capture point. And it looks like they are mostly able to win the fight as well. Finds a pin on Butterball, just showing his absolute dominance. Has Earth Shatter ready, will he use it? He wasted Shatter in an attempt to win that duel. Butterball surviving with just a small amount of HP. Balls to the Sombra.
Gotta go.
Oh, is anyone left alive on point? Mixeljack has made it back. Oh, but he gets collapsed upon. Collapsed upon by 3 of Team 2. FC falling as well. And Ender? Ender Gaming falling as well. Butterball has made it back. Team 2 does currently hold the capture point at about 25% to Team 1's 87%. Butterball is going to have Shatter ready. Looking to likely use it against Mixeljack in an attempt to show his dominance as the better Reinhardt. They are waiting. Here comes Mixeljack. Will he shatter? Looks for a pin. He gets hacked. He can't shatter. Finds a shatter, and Mixeljack showing his betterment in the Reinhardt. Wins the Reinhardt duel and survives. He is staring down a Cassidy. Survives. Okay, does not survive the rest of that cleanup, but did a wonderful job of winning that duel. Ender Gaming can't find a shot. Desert Beagle has to come in and help him clean up. All right, will there be another Reinhardt duel going into this next point? Or will they just go for it? It looks like they're just going for it. That's a pin from both Reinhardts. Mixeljack falls. Butter finding a couple of picks. Mixeljack does have Shatter. Chooses to save it for another day. Team 2 cleaning up the second point. Team 1 did capture that first point and score that the first point of 3. Team 2 starting with an advantage on second point though. Alright. We can see that Mixeljack does have Earth Shatter. Butterball working his way up there. Pushing in nice and slow. This might be the most predicted top rope shatter I have ever seen. Finds a pin. Finds a pin on Bull Toaster. Shatters. Toast. Destroys Ball with that shatter to the face. Oh, here we go. Team 2 does stop the push. Gets a couple of kills. Has some ultimates ready. And they capture that point. It is 1-1. So far, oh, who's outplayed more? So far, I believe Butterball has won more of the Reinhardt duels, which is really the true deciding factor of this game. Butterball going in. He has Shatter available. Shatters. Gets blocked. That was a beautiful block from Mixeljack. Gets his revenge. Takes out Lemon Father as well. Mixeljack has had his revenge of Reinhardt blood. Bastion ult. Coming in just on the middle of a fight. Or in between fights. Mixeljack finding really good damage. Takes out Bull, but dies in the process. Butterball going in. Butterball making plenty of space for his team. Beagle finds a pick on Phantom. Nice hack just to slow down that push. Mixeljack coming back in shortly. Ender coming up on a tactical visor. No way. Both Reinhardts go out, but Butterball was the one to do it. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that Butter might be the better Reinhardt. Ender dies to his own Helix rockets. Team 2 doing a really wonderful job here. It's been really close fights. It's really back and forth. You see that Team 1 has a lot more experience. They're a lot more comfortable on their individual heroes. They're a little more confident in their own ability. But Team 2 plays together really well. Butter cancels Shatter with a charge and wins the duel. Hands down, I think Butter has just dominated this Reinhardt duel. I think there's a clear winner here in terms of Reinhardt. That's been 2 canceled Shatters. Mixojack only blocking 1. And Butter has won a lot more of those duels. A big beat from Lemon. Butter falls. Alright, it does look like Team 1 is able to capture the point first. They're trying to get clean up. They find one on Phantom. Okay. Does look like they managed to clean up the last couple of stragglers from Team 2. Team 2 looking to push in again. They're going to have that Bastion ultimate, and they do have Coalescence building soon. Let's watch from Frog and Upon's view. Bastion ult going in. Butter going in. Frog looking to support him. Frog and Upon forgetting that forgetting he's a support. Gets shattered. Xander. Mixeljack. Finding a 4K. Beautiful. Alright, there's some redemption. He's made a play. He's made a play. Only took a little bit, though. Only took a couple shatters and pins to the face before he figured it out. Team 2 gets the advantage of positioning on this 3rd point. Or 5th point. Counter charge from both teams. Mixeljack survives with a sliver of health. Another sliver of health. Butter making a play. That is going to be cleanup for Team 2. Nice job. Only Ender left. Oh, Ender is in a rough position here. Can he make it out? He seems to have snuck away. Butter found him. Oh no. Ender Gaming falling really, really late. That's a counter charge from both teams. Mixeljack gets shattered again. Man, that shatter just knocking him to the ground and shattering his hopes and dreams. That's rough. Butterball doing a just oh, I'm left speechless. Team 1 does have one more opportunity to try and capture this point. Ender Gaming does have an overclock ready. Mixeljack got countercharged for the 4th or 5th time now and dies for it. Man, he can not... Man, Mixeljack is having a really hard time with those Reinhardt duels. Beautiful job from Team 2. They Beautiful job from Team 2, claiming match 3 as a win for them. That does put it at 2 points for Team 1 and 1 point for Team 2. Mixeljack does take the play of the game. Beautiful play. Although he is probably not the better Reinhardt, considering how many duels he lost, he did make a really good play and managed a full team wipe with that Shatter. So, although he lost the duels, I think there's definitely some redemption in what he was able to do with that team fight win. Now, going on to game 4, Team 1 is very much in the lead here. They've won both the first 2 matches. Team 2 has managed a win on match 3, which does give them some hope to possibly win it all. Now, as we go into our 4th match, it'll be on Push with New Queen Street as the map of choice. You'll see that, oh, are they doing Coliseo? They have options here. They have options. Looks like they're going for Coliseo. All right. All right, looks like it's going to be Coliseo for this this 4th match. I think Team 1 might actually have an advantage here. I believe Team 1 has proven themselves to be a little more comfortable when they play more solo, and Team 2 has been doing a wonderful job as a team, but not quite as good on their own. And Push does lend itself quite a bit more to being, you know, more split off and a little more in some, a little more split up and a little more separate just in how you play. You do push together, obviously, you still play as a team, but it definitely provides a couple more opportunities, both in how the mode is played and in how the maps are set up. It provides more opportunity to play solo and play separate, which might give an advantage to Team 1 here. Alright, this one, we will be in on comms a little bit.
Oh, I was gonna do car.
What up? Oh. No, Eagle Screech.
Okay.
They're expecting long range,
They are.
and that's what we're gonna fucking give it to them.
Gunshots.
Someone has to be alive, right?
We're gonna drop the sun on him.
Here comes the sun.
Do-do-do-do.
Also, Diva.
They might be doing Ram. They might be doing Ram.
They actually might do Bam.
I'd say go Orisa.
You want me to go Vesta? What
Yeah,
about?
try it.
So this is Team 2 that we are listening to. Butterball,
Good plan.
Phantom, Ball Toaster, Lemon Father, and Frog in a Pond.
Everyone's like that
No,
coming.
no, I gotta be Junker Queen because my win rate on Junker Queen's like 70%.
Alright. Let's go.
Oh, we're switching up? But are we switching?
No, there's no time because there's no one for you to swap to. Because all roles have been selected.
Wait, you gonna play Junker?
The rolls, it's open queue.
Yeah, but I can't swap to DPS or support to swap. Because there's already 2 DPSs and 2 supports selected. Alright, I'm gonna pull him in.
Sebastian! They took my suggestion to heart.
I'll mostly leave the commentary this time up to the teams.
Junker Queen is that she takes from the enemy's health pool, so we don't have to worry too as much about healing.
No.
But I will put my input when there are plays being made.
Diamond Vortex. I've been anti.
Evil purple.
Team 2 does a really... The biggest thing I've noticed that Team 2 does a good job of playing together as a team.
Bastion's low.
We need more than the Lucio.
And they do a good job of stabilizing.
To be honest, we need more than the Lucio.
They're not afraid to back off a little bit in order to stabilize and keep themselves alive.
Lucio is way higher than anything else.
We need more.
Yeah, and you see it works out for them quite well. They backed up when they were taking that damage, and they
Did anybody just die?
it gave them a little more space to heal up
I did.
and then come back in at Team 1.
Oh, you just at the very end. Oh.
Yes, I died. God damn it, there's three
Is it Eric? 'Cause that's your explanation.
Yep.
Careful for that Ana up top.
Mixeljack did a very nice job of waiting for Butter to use his axe before he got speared.
Hiding away.
I've been anti.
I can't.
Butter finds a good axe and a good knife.
Fuck! I backed myself into a wall. Watch out, Bastion blocking behind, Bastion's on, behind the bot.
The biggest tip for Junker Queen is to maximize your wound uptime. Anytime you hit somebody with either the axe, the knife, or a melee, while the knife is in your hand, you'll inflict wound, which is a really good thing to keep an uptime on. Try to keep it active.
I've heard.
So maybe knife somebody, pull them in, throw an axe, and then maybe, you know, shoot melee. Try to throw in some melees whenever you can, just to get that extra, just to keep wound active.
I got slept.
You know, if you don't have your knife available to throw, if you don't have your axe available to swing, shoot and then use a melee right after, just to get some extra wound in.
Yeah, let's just group up. Let's just group up, push mid.
Alright, we're gonna switch over to Team 1 and see how they're doing.
I don't know if it will work, but I'm going to be a little more aggressive on that, man.
Good.
I'm out.
Get mad, get angry, get loud.
Careful, careful. Just play around the team.
Yep. Don't push it too far yet. And
Any of us? Logan, you might want to roll
for it.
close.
Go in now. Junker Queen is counted.
Low.
I separated tank. Tank is dead.
That was some really good coordination in order to separate Junker Queen.
That's the friends. Still leaves the power.
Where's the Lucio?
Lucio's not dead yet, but he's in the back.
You're good.
Thank you.
Bring around the road.
Me, thank you.
Well done. We take free distance. We've literally caught up to them in one single push. Hold in here. We only have one ult.
Playing a little farther back.
Play under the bridge. They'll have to push us. With your guys' back positioning, we'll be good. Yep.
Yes.
Big push. Yep, we fall back.
Phantom's on.
That's entirely on me. I should have been able to counter that.
Team 2, as per usual, does a really good job coordinating as a team to execute their strategy, whatever it might be.
Forward spawn yet, so if we catch them before it, we are guaranteed to win. So play back. Don't get picked on. Don't get picked, Logan.
I'm not. Please, thank you.
I'm here now. We have to-
I got knife.
Yep. It's okay. It's fine.
Watch that, Soldier. No.
I have ult.
Mixeljack, I would recommend to turn your sensitivity down a bit.
Got butter.
You'll notice that your screen flicks around a whole lot as you're playing,
Big hole.
Dead.
No
and that's a
needed.
pretty good indicator that you have just a little too high of a sensitivity.
I saw you going down into turret form. I'm like, you're gonna die. And I'm like, wait a second, I'm a
Good pick.
support.
All right. I am pushing straight through. You guys hold the corner. Don't get
Careful.
too aggressive.
Yeah, we need to watch.
No more
Play
further.
smart,
No
play
further.
your
No
lives.
further.
They swapped
no
Genji.
further, Genji.
Heard. I'll be
I'm
playing
got knife.
guys.
Let's listen to Team 1 comms while we're watching from Team 2.
Oh!
We're good.
You CP boy.
I need heals. Thank you.
Hey Logan, you got Nano?
He's cut off.
Yeah, I'm cut off though.
Third.
Hit them once.
Logan's dead.
Nice. Good pick.
I tried getting that idea.
He just deflected.
Yep.
Nice.
Big. Big.
Okay, now we go.
And objective.
Nice. Get the payload.
Oh, I did not mean to do that, but I did it anyway. It's fine. It's not gonna be.
Hey, you're
Nice
good,
dump,
good.
Ned.
Hey, you know, they'll be going for touch. I'll be watching. Big and forward spawn too. That's huge. Was it a rhyme swap?
Can I get heals? Phantoms on me, please. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That's on me. No. Perfectly fine. Hold it if you can with ult.
Kill
Gotta
this
be
man.
straight. Big tank down. You guys have it. You guys
I need
don't
heals,
have it.
please. Phantom on me on paint.
Phantom
Like
up.
art. Got him.
Eric finding a really nice headshot.
Logan.
Live.
Give me a second. I had to reload.
FC doing a wonderful job staying alive.
Oh! Heal, please.
An impressive job as well.
Yep, I'm on here. Oh, sorry.
Hey, hold those are down. Hold fast. Down.
No, I got.
Oh, poor Testify, sliding a little too far.
Ignore it. Go. Lucio on.
We're stalling this. We're not.
Fashion ult.
Yeah, did that.
Shit.
Phantom's the back.
Just run away.
I tipped out Ender. You're doing
FC
well.
holding that cleanse a little too long.
Look at her.
Ender Gaming managing to make it out
Wait, back,
alive.
We still have forward. So long as we hold them at the middle, we are good.
Back up.
We need them at the middle, but get picks.
Do we want to?
No. Fall back. Fall way back. Give it.
We'll leave it back.
We didn't have the people for it. Phantom overextended.
Genji.
Just to
All of us are here.
back out.
We funnel some forward.
Ah, there's fucking supports.
It's a flow.
That's looking really even.
Yep.
Genji.
Yeah, wait, there's 3 of them. Okay.
Team 2 being the one to clean it up though.
They dashed. They got us cut off at a weird angle.
We have 3 ults coming up on 4.
You really want to fucking do this, buddy?
I don't think we can get.
Hold it. Get with him. Go in. We have
I
ults,
need.
use them.
Oh my. Watch a Genji.
Logan, there. Okay, no.
Here comes a Dragon Blade.
Ulting.
Doesn't find
Nice.
it.
Good. Watch it.
Got him.
Nice. Good pick. Watch it. Watch out for better.
Nice, and they don't have
Nice.
forward.
Good pick.
Big. Perfect. Needed that one.
Good enthusiasm.
Okay, we got it.
Enthusiasm
Just
is
hold
always a
40
really good
seconds.
thing,
We're good.
just to
Play
keep,
safe.
like, even just like team morale. Just up.
Wait for time now.
Play safe. We gotta hold.
Mental is a really big deal, especially in a game like Overwatch.
Either before or after. I think you get more value in turret form than you do.
Yes, very much so.
Watch
No, I
out.
don't think we can push this. I think we wait for the
Watch
fight.
Booger's ult.
Watching that
Way
guy.
back.
Honestly, we hold this. Wait for the fight. Like,
Watch out. All toaster's
Yeah.
up there. He's ready to.
All's up
He's
top,
ready to
right?
go to turret.
Okay, fall even farther back. Literally give the space. Okay,
Yep. Make it so they have to.
Careful. Play safe.
Yep. Okay,
Watch
we win
it.
this fight, we win.
Eric is absolutely dancing with death.
Ball toaster's ult.
Oh yeah. He danced with death and he.
Hold it. The heals on Xander.
Oh.
Keep going.
Look at that.
I got one.
Yep.
I need heals, please. No, fuck.
We're good.
Watch it. Go.
Down. We need to get touch.
Watch it.
I don't know if I can give them take that touch.
Eric, you gotta get there.
Eric, yes you can. Go for it. You can do it.
Eric, you gotta get there.
Big.
Go. Go,
Xander,
Xander.
you can teleport back. Teleport back.
Go, Xander. Get there. Okay, good. Just push him off. Watch it.
There's a lot of tension here.
Still left around the corner.
Got one. He's low.
Oh, Butter finding a really good pick on Ana.
Nice.
Play calm
Watch
and win,
it.
Play calm and win. Play calm and
Hold
win.
on the point. Hold on the.
Okay. Logan, get there.
No.
Moira?
Get there. Fucking get there.
Logan, you have to. Go, go,
Oh,
go, go,
there's
go.
a lot of tension.
Not Logan, that's Ashton. My bad. Ashton, you're there. Ashton, you're there.
Can he do
Ashton,
it?
you're there. Ashton.
He made it!
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
They made it to the point!
I'm dead.
Go,
Dead, dead,
we win the fight. Go, we win the fight. Got one of them.
God. Watch him. Fucking hold.
I'm on.
Get on, please. Somebody. Get on.
I'm here.
Nice, good pick. Go, 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 go. Watch it. Hold, 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 hold.
Oh, Team
okay.
2 cleaning that up.
Not enough.
Oh, 37 and 9.
That was a really tight game. A really good comeback from Team 2 because they weren't looking like they were in the win. They weren't looking like they were in the lead at all.
Nice. Good pick.
Mixeljack finding a really good play of the game here.
It was
Yes, a really nice Orisa ult.
They're normally.
Oh,
That's Mixeljack with
I didn't intend to push this, but okay, good.
that's Mixeljack with 2 play the games
That was
now.
an emote.
Okay, we need to not play.
Alright.
Stupid.
Yeah. And also,
Why
we
did
need
you
to
pick
not be.
Japan?
Score. Alright, I'm gonna hop out of the
Ireland.
Wait. No,
I-
not
Chat now.
Ireland.
Okay. So that is game 4 going to team 2. That means the score is currently 2-2. And as you could hear just from the comms from the teams, there's a lot of tension going on. They're actually trying really, really hard. And it's really close. You can see how the teams have made it all the way to semifinals. They have good communication. They've got really good coordination just in their execution of different strategies, and they're playing really good. They're hitting shots. They're they're comboing ults. They are doing all the things they need to win fights, win games, and really at the end of the day here, win the tournament. I really think they can do it. Now, which team goes on exactly, I don't know. The score is 2-2. It's like this is down to the wire. It's not, this team is clearly better than this one. No, they've each got their strengths, and they are going at it as hard as they can. All right, they are taking 5 minutes. I am going to stop the recording, and I will start recording again for the final match. All right, I'll see you soon.